The samurai were the warrior class of Japan, who were held to a higher standard than others. The biggest samurai clans in 1150s Japan were Taira and Minamoto clans. For decades, they fought over the control of Japanese government. This long conflict over dominance turned into the Genpei War, also known as the Great Samurai Civil War, that took place from 1180 to 1185. After the 5-year brutal war, Minamoto clan leader Minamoto Yoritomo gained military dominance in Japan and established the first shogunate called Kamakura Shogunate and assumed himself the shogun. The shogunate became the imperial government of Japan from 1192 to 1867, and in this period the emperor had no power, and the shogun ruled all the prefectures in Japan. Kamakura was the first shogunate, which marked the rise of the samurai class. The Kamakura shogunate was centered in Kamakura, far from the imperial court in Kyoto, signifying a shift in power from the aristocracy to the military. Yoritomo's government established a feudal system, where loyalty between samurai and their lords was utmost. Despite its military focus, the Kamakura era also had cultural developments, including the rise of Zen Buddhism, which deeply influenced the samurai code. However, the shogunate faced many challenges, including invasions by the Mongols in 1274 and 1281, which, although repelled, strained the regime. By 1333, internal strife and dissatisfaction led to the downfall of the Kamakura shogunate, paving the way for the Ashikaga shogunate. In 1333, due to the Kamakura shogunate's instability, Emperor Go-Daigo sought it was the right time to reclaim power from the shogunate. This brief period is known as the Kenmu Restoration and aimed to restore the emperor rule. Go-Daigo's restoration of imperial government alienated the samurai, who felt like their power and influence in the country are waning. Then, in 1336, Ashikaga Takauji, a former Kamakura loyalist, turned rebel with a bunch of loyal samurai captured Kyoto, forcing Go-Daigo to flee, marking end to the Kenmu Restoration, and established the Ashikaga shogunate. This new shogunate balanced both the imperial and military power, setting up its base in the Muromachi district of Kyoto. The Ashikaga era was a time of cultural flourishing. No theater, tea ceremonies, and Zen gardens, architecture all thrived, leaving a lasting cultural legacy. However, the shogunate's power decreased as regional lords, or daimyo, grew stronger, leading to the Onin War that lasted 10 years and plunged Japan into chaos. By the mid-16th century, the Ashikaga shogunate collapsed, giving rise to Azuchi Momoyama period under powerful warlords like Oda Nobunaga. The Azuchi Momoyama period, spanning from 1568 to 1600, was a time of unification and transformation. It began with Oda Nobunaga, a brilliant and ruthless warlord who conquered much of Japan. After Nobunaga's assassination in 1582, his loyal general Toyotomi Hideyoshi continued the mission. Hideyoshi unified Japan by 1590. His rule brought stability, land surveys, and the construction of magnificent castles like Osaka Castle. However, Hideyoshi's ambition led to costly invasions of Korea, which strained resources. His policies, like the restriction of social mobility, aimed to strengthen his power, but also sowed seeds of discontent. After Hideyoshi's death in 1598, a power struggle ensued, leading to the Battle of Sekigahara in 1600. Tokugawa Ieyasu emerged victorious, laying the foundation for the Tokugawa shogunate. Ieyasu became shogun in 1603, marking the start of the Tokugawa shogunate. He established Edo, modern-day Tokyo, as the capital, ushering in over 250 years of peace and stability, known as the Edo period. The Tokugawa shogunate implemented a strict social hierarchy, isolating Japan from the rest of the world with the Sakoku policy. This isolation fostered a unique culture, with flourishing arts, kabuki theater, and strengthened the samurai code, also referred to as Bushido. By the mid-19th century, internal strife and external pressure threatened the Tokugawa regime. Commodore Perry's arrival in 1853 forced Japan to open its ports, leading to rapid modernization and unrest. In 1868, the Meiji Restoration restored imperial rule and abolished the shogunate, ending centuries of samurai dominance. Japan embarked on a path of modernization, forever transforming its society.